Hi everyone, it's Adam with Milo's Restoration, and today I've got a dresser that I found at a thrift store. It's probably most likely a mid-century piece, but it is coated in some kind of material that I'm really not sure what it is. I know that that black layer is not a veneer per se. I mean, it's not like a veneer that would typically be, you know, the good veneer that we're thinking of as furniture flippers. It's probably some kind of base layer for this coating that was applied on top of it. So there's really no way that I can save it. So I'm just going to go ahead and sand through everything and finish it all down to the bare wood and decide what to do from there. I like using the kind of Bondo style wood filler. It's pretty much like the same kind of ratio as Bondo. You mix it up in the same way and just apply it. The only difference is really from Bondo is that it's stainable. So that's really as far as I'm going to go with the sanding. It's down to a pretty reasonable level. I'm going to use BIN primer with a 1.3 on here. I'm going to do two coats. And I might not show the second one, but what I do is just build up a thick layer that's good enough to sand down. And I know my spray technique here is not exactly amazing, but I'm kind of trying to avoid tripping over things because I have kind of a crowded shop right now. So just doing my best. So, in my opinion, the best paint for hardware that you can find is the Home Depot brand Bear. It just seems like it doesn't have the same problems that I have with most other metallic spray paints, and it's really cheap too. Kind of talk about sanding this primer. Just got a 400 grit block here. I've got an inspection light to where I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just looking for like little areas of orange peel and stuff like that. And if I get a really heavy section that has a lot of orange peel in it, what I'll do is I'll take a 180 sandpaper and wrap it in this block and I'll sand it out to start just to kind of speed up the process as opposed to having to use do a lot of sanding with a 400 grit block. But I'll always go over it with a 400 grit, or I'll wrap up some Cubitron, some 320 Cubitron, and just sand it out. So this is Gem Coat. It's a pre-catalyzed lacquer. That's the first drawer after spraying it, and now onto the second. Um, I'm kind of still trying to figure this out. It's just due to the weather and everything. It's really cold right now. I'm kind of having some trouble with the lacquers. I have it thinned by about 20% here, which really is a lot. But I really don't want to use my good spray guns for this lacquer just because I'm just going to have to constantly be soaking them in solvents. And I keep my good spray guns for the cabinet jobs for the most part. This lacquer is just like a catch 22 to me. Sometimes it feels like it's just drying really slowly, but at the same time drying really fast. I try to put as thin of a coat as possible, but while still allowing all of the paint, the lacquer to connect in a way to where everything kind of levels out classy like. But, sometimes it doesn't happen and you just get an area of dry spray on there. But I'm not going to add any more reducer than 20%, obviously. I have added a little bit of retarder in some cases, but I just don't really find that it does much. I'm not in a paint booth, and I feel like those products are probably formulated mostly for inside use. And for me, just not being in ideal conditions, the best I can really do is kind of what I'm doing here. You could try to probably get an airless or like a air assisted airless pump. I feel like that would probably work a lot better for this. But from what I've heard about this particular lacquer that I'm using, it's a very old formulation that's almost not used anymore. I'm just installing those new drawer pulls that I spray painted. They were 5-inch centers, and I feel like the larger hardware kind of makes a bigger effect on the dresser, makes it look a little bit more modern, particularly with the gold paint. The color is White Dove by Benjamin Moore. It's mixed in a Gemini lacquer, but if you're looking for the color, that's what it is. It's a little bit of an off-white, and here it is in its finished condition. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this video.